Okay, guys, we're back. Today should be Thursday, August the 20th. So, today we're going to work on trying to get familiar with Google Classroom and how it works and how to submit assignments. I do know sixth graders, I do know that Miss D. McCullough is going to give y'all some information on how to get in and how to submit and all that good stuff too. So, y'all will get a little double lesson. But for fifth grade, I'm not sure what all y'all have been taught or what all y'all have been shown. So this is how things are going to work, especially for me, and it should help you throughout your other classes as well. So at this point, we should already have our login information, and so the easiest thing to do is just start at the Lovelady ISD website. You can actually go straight into www.google.com and sign into your Gmail account there. But if you go to the website, there's a lot, this is kind of the hub of where you get all of your information. So there's a lot of information here. If you start by clicking on students, especially you remote learners, there's a button just for you. And so if you click on that, it takes you to, it's coming, a little slow. It takes you to, a place that's got a lot of information. Those of you that are at home, you know that you are in charge of your own attendance. So those of you in the classroom with me right now, this isn't something you have to worry about. But those at home, this is where you do your attendance. And then there's some instructions on the device, guides, tips. And so I don't know if you've checked out any of those links or not, but if you haven't, it's a good idea to look through them. They do have some videos over Google Classroom, and just to kind of get you familiar with it. So you can check those out. It's got things for turning in assignments, uploading documents, a lot of good information. But what I'm going to show you today is pretty much just what's going to help you for me. And then obviously your student email. When you come down here to student links, there's a lot of links. We don't really use all of them. We use RenLearn. And we will actually be using this tomorrow because we're going to be doing our STAR Math. So this is where you're going to do your STAR Math and your STAR Reading. So if I say, hey, today we're doing STAR Math, then you're going to be clicking on the RenLearn icon. There's going to be times where we're going to be doing Study Island. And so this is where you're going to go for Study Island. Those of you that are my remote learners, I sent some login information with you whenever we had Meet the Teacher, excuse me. And those of you that did not come get it, I have a folder that's got your logins for you. And then the school has given you your Gmail account stuff. So you can go straight to your email here if you want to. Easiest thing to do is just click right there on the Google Classroom. Go into the Google Classroom is like you going to class every day. And so instead of physically walking in the door, you are checking in through the computer. Now, I have several different accounts. You can see that this is not the account I need. So you need to make sure that you're in the right account. And so I'm going to, there we go. My name is Leo the Lion. So this is a little sample account that I'm using. So I'm going to make sure I'm in the right account. You need to make sure you're in the right account. Otherwise it's not going to work. And it's going to pull up my Google Classroom. And so you can see that you're going to have all kind of classes posted here. Well, I need Miss McCullough's math class. So I'm going to click on my math class. So your screen will look different. You can see that this says 6th grade. Some of you, and it'll say S. McCullough homeroom. If you're not in my homeroom, it might say D. McCullough homeroom. If you're not even in 6th grade, yours is going to say 5th grade. So, and then in parentheses, it'll have your homeroom teacher. So either way, you will click on the math class to go to my class. And you can see that over here, the very first thing that pops up is upcoming assignments and upcoming information. So that way you know, hey, I've got something due either today or due, in this case, it says due Thursday. And so I can see over here, I've got some information and I can go directly to that and I can click on it right there, but I'm going to show you how to get to it as well. So when you click on this, it kind of pulls up this home screen and it'll say stream up here. And it'll just bring up a bunch of things. Miss McCullough posted a new assignment. Ms. McCullough posted new material. And so anytime I post something, it gives you a notification and it lets you know, hey, things have been sent out, things have been posted, information is sent out to you. And so it just wants to grab your attention right off the bat. But when you go to the classwork tab, and in just a minute, it'll have all that stuff a little more organized for you. Now, I did send out a video called Welcome Back. And I said, welcome back. This video is for my remote learners. And so this is just for those people that are at home. Oop, getting an email. And so you can click on that. This is not part of the assignments. It was just kind of a little video to welcome back my kiddos that I'm not going to see with a little bit of information. So a lot of times if I just want to post a picture or post just something for the day, it's going to show up right here on this home screen. But if it is any type of an assignment, material, anything I need you to have for class, it'll pop up, but it will also be found under this classwork tab. So if you'll go ahead and click on the classwork tab with me. Okay, here you're going to see a few different categories. It looks a little different right now just because I don't have everything assigned to you yet. But usually if there's some kind of teaching for the day, there's always going to be a teaching video. And so that teaching video is something you need to make sure you're following along with me. It may come from a YouTube link. It may come from a file that I've saved on my computer from my web camera. So it could come from a few different sources, to be honest. But there's always going to be some kind of video if I'm trying to explain something to you and try to get you to understand or learn a new concept. There's the bell again, time for class. Up here, you can see that I have an assignment that all it says is sample, and then we're going to go through that in just a minute. I'll get to that in a little bit. But when you click on classwork, I will assign things by the day. And so I already have your assignments pulled up, but you can't see them yet until the day that they're assigned. So I have things assigned for the next couple of weeks, but you can't see them yet. So every morning at 8 o'clock, it will post the assignments and the material that I need you to have for that day. And it will always be found under classwork. So we're going to come back to this in just a second. You see that there's 3 different tabs up here. This one called Meet, we're probably never ever going to use that. So don't even worry about it. However, the Google Calendar, this is a really good one. If you click on the Google Calendar, this is basically like a planner for you. Those of you that are in school, we are giving you the planners. So that way you have a printout of a calendar. You can write down your plans, when your due dates are. Those of you that have been in Lovelady, understand what I'm talking about. So you get an organizer. Those of you at home, you are not getting that because you're not here. And so you actually have it right here on your Google account. And so those of you that are in the classroom, you get both. You get the planner that you can take around with you, and you've also got Google Planner where you can keep up with the same information. Even though the kids at school get to be in the class with me every day, we're still going to use Google Classroom quite a bit. So it's really good to put reminders, anything that you need to put on a calendar, due dates, whatever. It's really good to have it on this calendar. So if you look up here, obviously it has a day, and the calendar is organized by the day right now. I can have it organized by the week. And it can see that on Wednesday, the 19th, I have an assignment due. Okay, remember, this is all just fake stuff right now. This isn't stuff you're going to see on your calendar. And then I've got more assignments due on Friday. And so you can see, hey, I've got assignments due. I can click on them and I can figure out what it is. But if I want a little bit more in my calendar, I can organize it by the month. And then I can see all of this stuff popping up. I've got assignments due Wednesday, Friday, and then I've got all this stuff going on next week. Remember, this is not a real account for you, okay? This is just a fake account, but it gives you an idea of what it's going to look like as assignments are assigned to you. And you can find them right here on your calendar. And you can actually write things in yourself. So if I wanted to, let's see, I wanted to type in today. I can just double click on the day, and it gives me a chance to write my own reminder. Test due, or whatever, something's due today, or hey, it's somebody's birthday, whatever. You can always put your own little reminder in there. You can put on your own details, all this good stuff, add a description, and you can save it. So the Google Calendar will have stuff in there that has been assigned from your teachers, but you can add to it as well. So it's getting more emails. It's really good to have, to utilize, so not just the planners in class. And then you can organize it for a year. You can bring up a yearly calendar where you can see all the months at one time. So you get the idea, okay? But you can organize it the way that you want to organize it. And so you can see things on here, reminders, that kind of stuff. So you can see all of this stuff that's been assigned. There's all kinds of stuff. So I want you to be able to utilize the Google Calendar. So now if you go up here and you just click out of that and close it, we're back to where we just came from. Now up here you have what's called Class Drive folder. So if you click on Class Drive folder, wait for it to come up. It's coming. There we are. Slowly. All right, so it says drop files here or use the new button. Okay, you can put files in, but the way you're going to use this one probably is if you go over there with shared with me. All right, click on shared with me. And here is where you're going to find any type of assignments that I have given to you at some point, any videos that I've put in there, anything that's been saved. You can even see, since this is a shared account with me, I've even got videos in there from Miss Lowry and Miss Crystal, and I've got a few things in there that I have assigned, but you haven't seen them yet, and other videos. So anything that's been shared with you, a lot of times you're going to be able to find them right in there. So if you're at home and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot my homework or whatever, if you've got access to a printer, you can print yourself off a new paper. If you're not sure, what it was that I did that day, you can obviously go back in that day's lesson, rewatch the video. But if it has gone, you can go to shared with me. I'm getting an announcement in the middle of my video.
Staff, the internet is spotty this morning. Miss Winnie's video probably will not be sent out till later today or
Are y'all hearing all this?
Morning. So continue to work in your rooms. I know that Miss Carney sent out a PowerPoint.
They are interrupting me.
Also about the
Anyways, I'm going to try to talk over her a little bit. But you can look back on videos and things that I've taught through this shared with me tab. This is very hard to concentrate. Anyways, you can kind of explore through that a little bit. And when you're done, just close that out.
If you have any questions, you can come see us in the office. Thank you.
Okay, they're done. Okay, they're done. Okay, now, one more thing before I come up here to this assignment. If you click on people, you can actually see everybody who's in your class and all the teachers that are affiliated with this class. Now, right now, I only have one student that has accepted my invite through their email, and that is Hayden Goen. So right now, Hayden, you're the only person that's showing up in this class. But let's say I want to email somebody else in my class. Well, there's this envelope over here to the side, and it gives you the option if I want to email another student. Honestly, I don't recommend just emailing other students for the fun of it. Okay, that's what social time is for. That's for outside time. But if you have a legit question or need help, you can actually email another student in the class. But the best way to do it is to look at the teachers, and you can email me directly. This is really good for those of you at home that are, you're not in the class where you can raise your hand and you have a question. This is the best way to get a hold of me. And so those of you that work with Ms. Hay a lot, you can email Ms. Hay directly. So again, as more people come in and join the class, obviously more names will pop up. I'm doing this before school starts. Right now, I'm actually doing this on a Monday, but you're watching this on a Thursday. So it's not all completely set up yet. All right, go back to classwork. And so right now you can see that I've got this assignment that has been sent, and it's got a due date of August the 20th, which right now is today. So I've got to get this assignment done by the end of the day, so I obviously don't get a late grade. So I'm going to click on it. Now, when you click on it, there's going to be some instructions, so make sure you read them. It says this is just a sample assignment to play around with. This is not a real grade. Follow along with my video to see how to submit assignments. So this is just for you to follow along with me and to see how things work and what you do. So again, we're going to turn it in as like a sample, but this is not going to be a real grade in the gradebook. So all right, so we're going to click on the assignment itself, and it's going to pull it up. And what I do is I take worksheets and I just scan them and I upload them to my computer. So this is a real worksheet, and those in the classroom will end up getting this worksheet handed to them by paper. But those at home, obviously, this is the best way that you're going to be able to do your assignment. If you're ever absent, or you're at home and you can't get your assignment done, you can always access the assignments through Google Classroom. Yesterday, I went over what you do when you're absent and where to go to get your missing work. But when all else fails, look on Google Classroom and your stuff will be posted, because remember, I'm doing the same thing for those kids at home. Now, here's where the fun part starts, is figuring out how to take this assignment and put my answers in and communicate with the teacher and get a grade. Now, at the very top, you're going to see this option that says Open With. You're going to click on that, and you're going to see all these options. Okay, I only want you to open with Doc Hub. So whenever you click on it, click on Doc Hub. Do not click on Google Docs. Do not click on Google Docs. Click on Doc Hub. And so then it's going to pull up a different looking screen with all of these options. And so while it's pulling up, okay, now, I don't want to use existing. Oh, wait, hang on. I apparently didn't delete some stuff, so just hang on a second. Yours will be blank. As you're pulling it up right now, yours is blank. But I'm going to show you what I just did and how I just did all this stuff. Y'all just bear with me for a second. Okay, now I'm ready. All right, so I picked this worksheet because some of these answers you actually have to type in, some things you need to circle, and then I'm going to show you how to, how to even leave me notes, because how many times have you done an assignment and you're like, I'm really confused or I don't understand? I'm going to show you how you can leave me a note. All right, the first thing, you look up here, you've got all of these options. It's very much like Microsoft Word if you're just going to do a Word document. Okay, if you do something and you make a mistake and you want to go back and take it off, just push this undo button and it'll basically erase your last thing that you just did. Now, right now I'm on the cursor, so if I click on anything, nothing's going to happen because I haven't done anything with it. So let's start. Let's say I need to put my name on my paper. All right, so I need to click on the A. When I click on that A, then it allows me to type. And so as I drag it down, I see this A floating around with this little cross arrow there. I need to put my cross right where I want to begin to type. And so from there, I can start actually typing my name. And remember, today I am Leo the Lion. And so what I want you to do is I want you to actually type your name on the top of that page. Okay, I can even come over here and I can do the date. Today is 8/20/20. And then I'm not worried about the class, honestly. I just need your name. I really don't even need the date, to be completely honest. I just need your name. But that A helps you to figure out how to type. All right, so let's say that I need to type, or I need to put my answers in here. Now, remember, this is a sample assignment. I'm not going to give you real answers. But I'm going to put my cross right here on this blank where I need to start typing in my answer. And then I'm going to just write down the number that I see there, because I'm not going to give you real answers. And so just play around with it, and you can just create a box for wherever you want to type your answer. And all I'm doing is copying what I'm seeing, so don't think, oh, she's giving me free answers. No, I'm not. All right. Now, you get an idea of how to just type your answers in. And so you get that by clicking on the A. Now, let's say I get down here and I need to circle my answers because it says circle. In fact, that's probably pretty important. I need to highlight that. There's going to be a lot of times where I'm going to say highlight. So if you click on this one right here, if you drag your cursor across it, it'll tell you what it's for. I'm going to click on highlight, and I'm going to create a box, and I'm going to drag it over what I need highlighted. And I need to make sure I circle the number sets. So if I tell you to highlight something, you're going to use the highlighter button up here. Now I actually need to circle, so I need to come back to the left right there where it says draw freehand. And that's where I basically am going to use, if I was working on a piece of paper, it'd be what I would be doing with my pencil. And so it says circle the sets of numbers. Remember, these are not real answers. Okay, so I need to circle this one, and I need to circle this one. And so it's just like writing with a pencil. And on the last one, I'm just going to circle this one. And I could even like cross out ones I don't want. So anything you would do with your pencil, you're going to use this button right here where it says draw freehand. Now, as I come back down here, I'm going to, I have to write my answers in. So that means I've got to go back up here to this A, and I'm going to have to write my answer in. So I'm going to put that cross right where I want to begin writing, and I'm going to begin writing. And that is a great answer right there. And when I'm done doing it, I'm just going to put my, I'm going to go back and click on cursor. All right. So from after that, let's say I've actually filled all this out, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if I got this right. And I need to leave a note because I'm not sure if I got this right. So I want to make a comment. All right. So I'm going to click on this little chat box right there, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click right there. And if you notice, it brings a little box over here, and I'm just going to say, do not understand. And then I'm going to go back and click on my cursor, because if I click on something again, it's going to bring another comment box. Okay, and so as I go to grade this, I'm going to see, oh, Leo left me a little note. And so I can actually drag my cursor over it, and I see, oh, Leo did not understand. And so you can leave notes if you don't understand something, you want to say hi, whatever. I can leave another note up here. Go back and click on the chat box, the comment box, and I can just say hi, and then go back to my cursor. And so anytime as I go to grade this, if I see a little yellow box, I know that there's a comment there, and I need to see what my student has said to me. Okay, this one, a whiteout, if you want to white out information, okay? Because sometimes I'll tell you, I don't want you to do that. I want you to do this. And so it's kind of like the highlighter. I'm just going to pick something, and I'm going to just white it out. I'm going to white out the first one. I'm just pulling a little bit of them as like a sample area. So I want to take information out. And so I'm going to click on whiteout, and I'm going to create a box over what I don't want seen. And so after I do that, it whites it out just like a whiteout. And then I'm going to go back to my cursor, and then it's gone. So I've got some things highlighted, I've whited some things out, I've circled some things, I've typed in my answers. There's still more. I can add a stamp. All right, if you see this little drop arrow that says choose stamp, it's kind of like adding emojis to your paper. Okay, let's say I feel really confident about this. I'm going to pick the smiley face, and I'm really confident about that answer right there. And I'm going to drop myself a stamp. Remember, after you click it, go back to your cursor, because otherwise if you click on that anywhere else, it's going to add another stamp. I'm really good about that one. But if you notice, I left number 6 blank. I really don't know about number 6. I'm going to leave a sad face because I'm not really sure about it. And so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to leave a sad face because I'm not really sure about it. Okay? But maybe I want to leave something else. Let's say I want to leave a heart because I love math class. And I'm going to leave a heart by that answer. Okay, so you have, and I'm just giving you examples, but you've got all of these little stamps that you can use. And so you can leave little stamps or emojis or little pictures on your paper. That's kind of fun to play with, to be honest. All right, next thing, insert an image. Okay, if you actually want to bring in a picture and put it into your paper, you can do that too, as long as you've got that that picture saved to your computer. So I can click on insert an image, and then it brings up everything that I have, and I'm just gonna click on box plot. And of course, obviously, some of y'all don't even know what this is. It's just a random picture. And so I'm gonna click on this blue box right here, and I'm gonna drag it over here out off to the side. And so then I'm gonna go click on my cursor, and now I have actually pulled in my own picture for this assignment. So you're probably not gonna need that very much, but if I say, hey, insert a picture, use this, you have the option if you have a picture on your computer. It's not something you're gonna be required to do a lot. The last part is really fun. You can sign your name. All right, now this is gonna be really good when we do checks. Okay, so we can go down here to create your signature. Now, you're gonna have to draw your signature, okay? So you're gonna have to use your cursor, and you're gonna have to sign your name. Now remember, my name is Leo the Lion, so I'm gonna do Leo, and I'm just gonna do lion. Y'all like my sound effects? Leo Lion. And so now I've signed my name. This again, like I said, is going to be really helpful when we get to checks, because when you do checks, which we're going to be starting next week, you have to sign your name. So once you get your signature, it's already in the computer for you. It's really cool. And so you're going to click save. All right, signature is created. So now what I want to do, now I know I typed my name, but I'm going to go ahead and add my signature. So I want to click on the signature that I want, and I'm going to drag it up here to the line, and I'm going to click where I want to drop my signature. And then again, when I'm done, I click on my cursor so I don't drop my signature in there again. So once you do your signature, all you have to do is insert it from this tab called Sign. And so again, that's going to be super helpful when we get to those checks. The only thing is your signature has to be in cursive, so you might want to practice a little bit. All right, so I'm looking back at my assignment, and I'm like, I've got all my answers except for number 6, because I don't know what I'm doing. I even left Miss McCullough's sad face. I've circled the answers that I want. I even put a picture in. I highlighted. I whited information out. I came down here. I put an answer. I left a comment because I wasn't sure, so Miss McCullough's going to see it, but I think I'm done. Oh, I left number 12 off too because I don't know number 12. So there's 2 answers that I know that I didn't even answer, but I'm going to turn it in anyways. So when you're ready to turn it in, you're going to go to this arrow right here that's pointing down, and it says download. So you're going to click download. And then you're going to have all these options. Well, we're working through Google Classroom, so you're going to just click on Google Classroom. And then you're going to have to click again, upload to Google Classroom. There's a lot of steps to turning your work in. So just keep following the steps until it's done. Now, again, I've got several accounts, so make sure you're going to be in the right account. I am Leo the Lion. I'm going to make my... Okay, it says choose the class. Well, you're going to have several classes once you get going, so make sure that you're in the right class. Well, this is 6th grade math or 5th grade math, depending on which class you're in, but make sure you're looking for math. And then you're going to have to make sure that you pick the right assignment. It's loading. Go figure. Oh, there we go. And so any assignments that you have, it's going to pull it up. And so this is the only assignment I have right now, and it's called sample assignment, so I'm going to click on it. So just to make sure it's going to the right class, you're turning in the right assignment, and when you have that, you're going to click go, and you're not done yet, so don't think you're done. Okay, so then it's basically going to attach a picture of what you just sent to me or what you're fixing to send to me, and so you're going to click attach. All right. Now, it says your assignment is ready to turn in. It doesn't mean it has been turned in yet. It's ready to turn in. So click view it. There's a lot of steps. Just keep going through the steps. All right, I'm going to make my window bigger. Okay, so now it says it's worth 100 points. I have mine. This is my work. Now I'm ready to turn it in. Okay, so now you're going to come over here and you're going to click turn in. And so again, it's going to keep asking you. There's a lot of steps just to turn in an assignment. Just keep going with it. Yes, turn in. All right, so finally, it's turned in. And now it's up to me to grade it and get your work turned back to you. Now, you can click unsubmit if you realize, oh, darn it, I forgot something. And you can go back and change it and then resubmit it again. Now, I'm going to go to my side of the screen. I'm going to go to my account so you can see what it's going to look like for me and then how you're going to get your grade back to you. So now I am on the teacher page. So this is not you anymore. This is me. And I'm going to go to grades. Oh, looky there. Leo the lion just turned in the sample assignment. And so he's waiting on a grade. Well, let me go see what Leo just turned in to me. So I'm going to take your information and it's going to tell me when it was turned in. So if it's late, I'm going to know. And I'm going to click on the sample and I'm going to view it. And I'm going to say, well, what did Leo give me? And it's going to pull up what you give me eventually. Oh, looky there. Leo the lion typed his name. He even did cursive, the date. Oh, there's a comment there. Leo says hi. Hi, Leo. And there's, Leo really likes this answer, but Leo did not like this answer, so he left me a sad face. All right, well, that one's going to be wrong. And then as I go through it, heart. There's another comment. I don't understand. Okay, well, I might have to talk to Leo a little bit. Oh, so number 11 and 12, they're wrong. Well, darn it. Okay, now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and I'm going to assign Leo a grade. And Leo's going to get a 70. Okay, now I'm going to return it to Leo because Leo, I have graded it. Now, here's where I can tell you what you did wrong. I can tell you left some blank. If you're doing something wrong, I can tell you what you're doing wrong. Okay, that's where I can leave you messages. And so that's where I can communicate with you and let you know why you didn't get a 100 or, whatever. And so now I'm fixing to return it to Leo. Okay, now in my grade book, I'm going to see that Leo had it turned in. I left him a note, and this is his grade. Okay, so as a teacher, I can see now that Leo has a 70 for that assignment. So I see it in my grade book. Now I'm going to go back to the student account. So I'm going to go back to you. Hang on. I'm going to go back to you. And so now you're thinking, okay, I turned the work in. I wonder what grade I made. All right, you're going to go back and you're going to click on classwork.